heavy metal wargaming. Seize the objective.
Hey guys, DJ, GuildMaster, Heavy Metal Wargaming. Just here at the cabin getting ready for StoreCon 2024. Yeah, I'm taking my, I kind of finalized what I'm taking out there. So I'm taking my Germans, henceforth the hat, and I'm taking my Israelis. But this video here actually is a product review opening. So some of yins might know that some of us like playing a lot of square-based games, and one of them is Kings of War. Well, Kings of War Mantic Games has just released some new plastics. So their game, it's square-based. It's a fantasy battle game. I like the rules. It's pretty cut and dry. A lot of people like myself in our gaming group, we went towards that game after they killed Fantasy. GW. Go fuck yourself, GW. We're not monetized, so I'm going to get away with that. So anyway, we went to that game system. And recently, like I've been trying to cruising the waves, they just released some new plastics. Now, some of these models were in metal. And apparently, just doing a little bit of research on their website, they recently are kind of upgrading some armies. And one of the armies I play is Empire of Dust, which is Tomb Kings. The other one, because I wanted to support that company and buy an army, was the Trident Realm, which is basically like your merfolk, your aquatic things. And one of the factions are like the Tree Jumpers, which are basically a race of frogs. And for a long time, almost all those models were metal. And they had like two versions of awesome radio or awesome video. They had two versions, and like some of them were like ranged troops, and some of them were just like kind of hand to hand, and then they had like frog cavalry. Well, with the new update, the 2024 update, they've kind of like slimmed down some of those choices to where like you just equip them differently. It comes as the same thing. And when they did this Ambush Starter, Ambush is basically their skirmish version of the game. Okay, and what comes in, it comes with basically two troops. And for those who don't know, a troop is 10 models, or 3, depending if it's like cavalry or whatnot. Basically, it comes with two 10-man groups of frogs, or one 3-man group of dam busters. So we're going to go over this because this is all plastic now. Originally, these guys were metal. So my mega army from back in the day didn't come with the dam busters, which was the guys riding toads, but it did come with Tree Jumpers, which are basically like they're like scout unit. They like basically they have fly because they can jump far and they throw javelins and stuff. Think of skinks from Lizard Men in Fantasy. It's a good equivalent to. It's a little not as strong and stuff, but it's pretty cool to have like a race of frogs basically. And how Kings of War is kind of designed, you could probably build an army of that style, not a problem, because there's merfolk, there's like actual lizard men, there's like sea enemies, there's kind of like a Cthulhu-esque squid people. Probably is the wrong term, but basically think of like mind flayers. And then there's the race of frogs, which are, I'm probably giving their name wrong, but it's like amphibians. So what we're going to do, I've already opened this. It comes with like quick rules and stuff like that. I think when I bought this, I got it on sale. I think this was like 30 bucks. And like, the one thing anyone who plays Manic knows, they give you a ton of models. And what's cool about their game is kind of like Conquest, Last Argument of Kings. You don't remove models from your regiment or your troops or anything. You just assign wounds to it, and then obviously once so many wounds, you take leadership, and then if you exceed the leadership, you're broken or you just blow up, like you're routed. So let's go ahead. I'll pull some of the stuff out, kind of go over my initial thoughts, and yeah, what I kind of think. So I'm kind of pulling it out. This kind of gives you quick starter rules for Ambush. So again, it's like a skirmish-based game. It's nice. Kind of gives you some background as well. Terrain. So this is if you're playing like smaller games. Okay. In the profiles, so you have River Guard, Tree Leapers, and River Guard Dam Busters. So Basically gives you all the special, which is kind of new, everything they're doing, which is kind of nice. Pretty easy construction, because like I said, these used to all be metal. Now they're plastic, which is really awesome. It gives other keywords, and like these are all troop size again, so they're like basically 10 miniatures per troop. Regiment usually it's like 3 for like cavalry, large cavalry. But it gives all their special rules, which is really kind of cool. Hope this not getting into things. And again, like so this gives you all the bits when you buy these to where you can build again the river guard, which are basically guys with like pole weapons, and then you have the tree leapers, which are kind of like your scout. They have like javelin, like your missile troops for harassing. But yeah, the plastics look really good. I have to say, dealing with this, I am thinking these are made in Poland, and the reason I'm saying that, guys, is it looks like the same style of plastic and numbering system that Conquest, Last Argument of Kings produces. It just says Manic, but I think it's the same manufacturing place. Oh, here we go. What's this? Manufactured in Poland. So I'm thinking they're using the same manufacturing company. And with that being said, I already know this is good plastic. Plus you get a ton of bits. You know, like you can really customize these out. The one thing I think GW has lacked in a number of years is they really make monopose models pretty much, if you really think about it. So like what ends up happening is you put them all together and it only goes together one way, and you have very little input on how you construct the model. These guys here, you can definitely do all kinds of stuff with. Your imagination is based on like, since they all go on like basically a block, you can have them all kinds of crazy angles because they don't come off the base. They stay glued to the base. Now you can glue them individually. I wouldn't suggest that unless you like want to use them for other games, like say D&D or some other game where you want to have some sort of frog race or like pseudo lizard people. So that's really cool. And again, you get 20 amphibian frog guys to make either 10 leapers or 10 river guard, or if you just buy this to make your forces bigger, maybe you can build a regiment of either or, because they give you the options for both weapons, javelins and like their trident weapons. I think this would be a really cool box to get a hold of, because you have some that look very skink-like, and they're like the toads. Plus you have like shell shields and stuff. I think this would be really cool to use in like other model Gnostic games. You can see like I'm pulling out a ton of stuff. So now we're into the dam busters, and that's basically like heavy cavalry. That's dudes riding these giant like bullfrogs. And there used to be 2 different units. There was these guys and another one like more of an elite style, but I think now they're kind of streamlining to where like it's one unit but you build them differently. I think that's what they're doing. But yeah, these guys used to be metal and they used to be expensive. I think like almost $50 to $60. I think now they're like $40 online. So coming into an age of where prices just keep going up, them going to plastic really makes them more affordable. I also think there's also another unit they've introduced where it's a toad, like a bullfrog, with, thank you there, Discord, for letting me know, someone messaged me. There's like a toad riding like a toad riding a bullfrog, and it has like a crossbow bolt weapon. Oh, and there's the bases. I'll pull those out next. But yeah, there's enough here to make a regiment of 3, because the cavalry's usually big. But yeah, they look really good. And from using this plastic with other miniature games, I do have to say I do like this plastic. It goes together really well. I just like a lot of things. This plastic does really good with plastic cement, where it actually physically melts it. So I suggest that. But it comes with bases, and classic MBF bases. So this here large one would be for your dam busters, obviously. and that's how they figure out your sizes. And these here are basically troop, so you would have 10 and 10 and then 3 on top of this. It's just kind of nice too, because for a long time they used to supply these, not with these particular bases, but they would have a lot of like individual like square bases, like for individual dudes. And I think they've kind of gone away from that in some ways, which is good and bad, you know what I mean, depending on what you want to use your manic models for. But just here's something a little bit different. I have to say this is definitely worth, I want to say it's like 30 bucks, 30 or 35 bucks I paid for this. And I'll be honest, I follow them kind of infrequently since I've been playing other games, and obviously you know the different things that has happened with the channel. But yeah, this is really good product. If you're looking to like add forces, or even just like instead of just buying like an individual, like, 'cause usually when you buy these, they'll either come in a box of 3 or they'll come in a box of 20. This is probably the better bet if you don't mind having some, like, if you want to start building some regiments early, because I want to say these max size go to regiments, which would be 20 man size groups, and these can go up to 6. But with that being said, for the price, because usually a box of 20 I want to say is like 30 to 40. Same with these guys. If you just buy these ambush sets, it really saves you some money, you know what I mean. And I'm probably gonna take this tonight, because I want to say they're going into a new edition, and read these quick rolls for ambush. This might be something I could try to get the group into, like small quick games, you know what I mean, like gives you a mission or two. So yeah, that's what I think, guys. Definitely I give us a pretty good, seeing how I've already dealt with this plastic in the past, I think it's a really good deal. If anyone wants to sponsor the channel, anyone big guys, hey Manic, if you're seeing this, throw us some love. I wouldn't mind doing some battle reports. A lot of guys right now, we are doing a lot of Conquest, Last Argument of Kings. But I still like playing this whenever we get a chance to throw it on the table. But alright guys, this is the GuildMaster with Heavy Metal Wargaming. Till next time, remember, always seize the objective.